right, gonna be jumping in on some stuff. I just wrote down in my journal some stuff that's just been really on my mind, and I think would be extremely helpful to anyone who's just maybe a step or two behind me or a little bit younger than me. And honestly, I need to hear this like now. So there's just some things that I've been thinking about. One is that Satan likes to pervert, and in this specific sense, what I want to talk about is stuff that's good, but God has a certain timing for. That he is perfectly fine having something that's good that he wants you to experience or have or do, but Satan makes you want to have that or to do that thing out of season. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be in a relationship or to have certain things or to do certain stuff, but if it's out of God's timing and, through social media or whatever, you see, reels or something like that of these relationships, you're like, oh, I wish I had that. If it's not right and God's timing for you, you just want that thing out of season. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being in a relationship, but if you just want that out of season, that it just causes stress upon you. It makes you feel like you're in want, when really, abundance mentality, you have everything we could ever need. And especially if you're blessed to live in America, it's you can have anything and you lack nothing. So I feel like Satan tries to get those things, makes you want to have them out of God's timing. For me personally, the relationship thing is like one thing that, everybody wants pretty much, but don't know it's in season for me, if that makes sense. It's logically, no, it's not, but it's just something the world, everyone, and whoever has, a girlfriend right now, it's great for them, and it's something that's just maybe not in season for me right now, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Another thing I was thinking about is on the monetary side is like, I was just thinking like, oh, if I just had enough money, I could get anything I wanted. Like, life would be awesome, But I think that'd be quite the opposite. If I had all the money I wanted, life would be pointless. It would lose its potency. I think I heard someone say that once. When you're just rich, life can lose some of its potency because nothing's real anymore. You could just, go buy it. You could go buy the fake version, whatever. I think also, I don't think there's anything wrong with having money, but I think wanting it now, wanting it without any effort, I think there's nothing, stopping me from becoming successful. I just think God wants to build character in me first, because, money could be counted, sort of with power, because you can do things, influence with it, and power without character is just so corrupted, and that's why character is so important. Character comes through working for it, pretty much. You got to earn it. Having a good character is one of the most valuable things, and because it takes work, and you can't fake it. You can't skip a step and get it. You can't just, like a little video game character, instantly upgrade it. Like, it actually takes a lot of work and time. So I think for me, thinking about seasons, I already made an episode about seasons, but this is kind of different. Little side thing is just not wanting things that are out of season for you. Those things are good, but if it's out of season for you, then that's fine. Another thought with that is that if I had anything and everything that I wanted, there wouldn't be much space for God. Obviously, we say like, oh yeah, I'd give him all the glory for that. It'd be great. But when you honestly think about it, you're like, nah, everything would be perfect. I'd go off on my own devices. I'd, spend it all, I'd mess up, do terrible things, and I'd be pretty much right back to where I started, if not worse off. Mentally, I'd probably be worse off knowing, I'd blown it. But I think that's why it's so important to have character first. All right, so for my second thought, this was kind of sparked on my way down to my St. Clair class today. I like to listen to podcasts, and I was listening to Alex Ramosi, the GOAT. Just something that he was talking about brought up. He always talks about learning. Like, what is learning? It's it's more of a rate, like your rate of learning. You get your stimulus or your situation, and something you react a certain way. Okay, and if the same thing happens again and you react the same way, then you didn't learn. You didn't change at all, and you're like, okay, that makes sense. But you realize that's so deep, really, when thinking about learning and everything that we do. So, like, everyone knows, sugar and processed food is bad for you. Why does everyone keep eating it? Everyone knows it here, but they don't actually do anything about it. They don't learn. So I think this is the big problem with school. You can learn things in school. They just go up here for maybe a couple, a week or two when you take the test, and then it's gone. At least that's for me. But you learn stuff up in your head, but it doesn't do anything for your life. So we're getting all these educated people who are retarded, who have all this mental stuff, but their life sucks because they don't actually make changes. And also, he was talking about how he used to read a bunch of self-improvement books and stuff like that at his work, and he was reading like a book a week or something like that. He finished like 14 books in a quarter or something like that, which is cool. And I have a lot of books on my shelf over there that I want to read. But if I'm not actually doing anything to change when I read something, then I haven't learned. I've just been entertaining myself, and it's wasting my time. So there's that, which is, there's the whole business aspect of that, but there's just general life stuff, which is kind of more the focus of this channel. It's just to help people in life, like self-improvement. Like, you don't have to be some business guru to use these tactics to become better. Like, obviously, I think why the self-improvement and business are so interconnected is because you have to improve yourself to do well in business. It's obviously, like, especially if you're starting out a business entrepreneur, then you're the limit of the business. So if you're not better, if you don't allocate your time right, if you're not efficient, then the business isn't going to do very well. But just for life, I feel like the whole self-improvement thing, if we just more people apply concepts to it, and honestly, if I just forget everything else, if you just take this learning concept of, if you head knowledge isn't it, if you actually don't change, then you haven't learned. So for me, different changes I'm thinking of, instead of just reading stuff, I always like to take notes, but actually do something with what I read, just make it worthwhile, learn. And also, like, even I fall to this. Like, I brought like a cookie or something to my class as like a snack. I know that's not good for me. Why'd I eat that? Well, I didn't learn if I didn't change my behavior. So I don't know. Am I regressing, I guess? There's just simple stuff like that. Got to think about. But yeah, I know it's just a bunch of random thoughts. Got a lot of people coming over this week, so I had to make the video early. It's only Tuesday. I normally make the video like Thursday or Friday. So hope you enjoyed these scattered thoughts, and I hope this can be helpful. With that, I will see you next week. Peace out.